Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing super well today. I'm coming on live to do the January 2020 monthly energy reading. So if you're catching this, please let me know in the comments below. Let me take a sip of my water. I felt something in my throat all of a sudden, and that was so weird, like a piece of food or something. Okay, hopefully that takes care of it. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do here. So sorry for that. So sorry for that. I appreciate everyone's patience as they hear me cough. Okay, I'm coming on to do the January 2020 monthly energy reading. I do these monthly energy readings every single month, and I try to do them towards the end of the month / beginning of the month for the month that I'm channeling. I completely forgot about this month's energy reading until I happened to get on YouTube because I knew I was going to do my Friday teaching. I do teachings here on my channel every Friday, and then I saw someone else had done their reading, and I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot the January energy reading because, you know, New Year's, it's just so much is going on during those times, like the end of the year, beginning of the year. And I completely forgot. So if you've been waiting for this reading, I appreciate your patience. If you're watching this live, let me know that you're watching live. If you're catching the replay or the recording of this, let me know in the comments below that you're watching. And feel free to share your thoughts, questions, comments, insights in the comments. I always love hearing from all of you and seeing what you have to say. So let's get into the energy reading, okay? When I tuned in this morning to ask about the energy reading, what we can expect from January, what I heard right away was slow down, okay? So I did a yearly energy reading here on my channel. I let you know what to expect from the year 2020, and I went through each month by month, okay? But when I do these monthly energy readings, they are more in-depth readings per month. Okay, but you're more than welcome to check out that yearly energy reading that I did on my channel by going through my videos. So January is a month that is not going to be as fast moving as we want it to be, because I know that when we start a new year, you know, and it's like the beginning of the year, a lot of us want to hit the ground running. We want to do all of these different things. We set all of these like New Year's resolutions and goals, and we're just ready to make stuff happen, right? Especially because 2019 felt like such an intense year and it had a lot going on. And for me, it kind of felt like I was moving through like molasses. Like I was just covered in molasses and I was just trying my best to move forward. And maybe some of you have felt that way too. And so now that we're in this new year with new energy, we're like, yep, that's out of the way. We're done with 2019. I'm ready to make 2020 the most amazing year ever. Let's get it. Let's do it. And so many of us want to really powerfully move forward. We want to like just get things going, get things running. But for this month, it's really important to slow down, to not be in a rush. The message that I got clearly was slow and steady wins the race. Okay, like the tortoise and the hare. Slow and steady wins the race. So that's because this month is really a month to still go inward and to really connect to our true heart's desires or our true soul's desires, and to really be able to set ourselves up for success in the remainder of the year by really tuning in and connecting with ourselves on a deeper level about what it is that we truly desire to create in 2020, that we wish to achieve, that we wish to do, okay? So January is a month to find clarity. It's a month to have greater intention behind what it is that we want to do and to see what needs to be shifted in our lives or realigned or released, so that what we have going on in our lives, what we're wanting to do, is in alignment with these desires that we have deeply connected to. And doing all of this takes some time. Okay, as I said, this month is really a month to really like go within, connect with yourself on a deeper level. what is it that you want, truly, truly want? What is it that you're really feeling called to do? What is it that you're wanting to move in the direction of? What is it that needs to be changed in your life so that it can match these things that you desire? What is it that you need to release and let go of and shift and so on and so forth so that it can match these true desires that you want with your life? All of this takes time. It takes time to, sit down and reflect, contemplate, get connected. It takes time to decide what you're going to let go of and why, what's going to stay and why. It takes time actually moving through the process of releasing these things and aligning these things and getting these things set up. Like all of that takes time, which is why January is not the month to try to go out there and be like an octopus and, do all of these different things with all of your different hands or whatever, because you think you're unstoppable right now and you're just so excited about this year and you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to move this, I'm going to move that, I'm going to get all these projects going. Like, no, right? This is a time to really get clear on what it is that you want, what needs to be done right now, what's truly important right now, what needs to be shifted, etc., and to go about the process of doing that. Okay. And that's going to take some time to kind of set you up. Okay. Or it's going to take some time to really get that clarity that you are looking for. Okay. To get some of those answers that you're seeking. Okay. Now, some people are still carrying the energy of, the second half of 2019 forward into this moment, 2020, right? And it's energy that held a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt, some disempowerment, worry. And so those of you that are still carrying some of that heaviness from 2019, especially through like the heaviness that came up at the end of 2019, because that was really fun. That had a lot going on at the end of 2019, let me tell you. And so if you're carrying this stuff, you're still going through a deeper level of healing that needs to be done before you can, move forward with the steps that I mentioned above around, getting clear on what you want, your heart, and, seeing what needs to be shifted and stuff. Like, you need to do your healing first before you can move on to the next stuff. Don't try to skip the healing. Don't try to skip past these things that you're still feeling heavy around or whatever and just go into the new stuff right away, because it's not going to be for your highest good if you try to do that. Okay. It's really about doing one step at a time. And this goes for everyone, whether you're still needing to do deeper healing at this time or whether you're needing to, what I mentioned earlier was, slow down, get connected to your true heart's desires. What is it that you truly desire, and so on and so forth. Like, it's doing one thing at a time, one step at a time. Do not rush the process. Okay. Just because right now you might be seeing other people doing lots of amazing things. Some people are starting out with a bang. Just because you may be seeing some people creating new things, declaring all these really awesome things that they're going to do, and it making you feel like you're falling behind or that you're not doing enough or you're not moving fast enough, or you're sitting on your ass, not really getting anywhere because you're sitting here trying to connect with your soul or whatever. Like, don't allow those things to sway you, okay? To cause any frustration inside of yourself or any anxiety, like, oh no, I got to move forward, I got to do these things. Don't allow that to happen. Okay. Take the steps that you feel called to take as you need to take them, one thing at a time. So if you're going through your healing still, then you need to take one step at a time to go through your healing. What, asking yourself every day, like, what is it that I need to heal today, universe, help me out here? Or you sitting down and journaling, things that you need to shift and stuff inside of yourself, and doing that one thing at a time. Or if you're wanting to really create massive success in 2020, but you haven't yet gotten clear on what it is that you truly want on a deeper level, then sitting down and making the time to get clear on your desires. And then when you finish that and you're really clear about, what you want to do, the impact you want to make, what you want to achieve, all these different things that really come from your heart, or your soul, then being like, okay, what's the next step? What do I need to do next? And then taking that next step and just doing that, and then taking the step after that and just doing that, and maybe it's going to be, setting certain goals, and then, getting clear on what needs to be shifted and released in your life, and then going about the process of shifting and releasing things in your life, and then going about the process of preparing things to start moving forward with your life, right, with this new vision you have, and so on. Like, do one step at a time. Don't try to rush the process, okay? And what I got when I was channeling this was, I got the image of like furniture, and furniture that can be put together by yourself, like when you buy things from IKEA or something like that, and it has the instruction manual, and you could calmly take like an hour to it's like, imagine what I'm getting now is like a TV set. Okay, you have like a big TV set for your big flat screen TV. It's an expensive flat screen TV. It's really nice. You just got it, or whatever it is, however it's been with you however long, and you get this new TV set. And so instead of spending like a good hour or 2 hours taking your time to go through the instruction manual and putting the pieces together patiently, calmly, making sure that everything is fastened and really secure so that then you could put your TV on and having it be good. Instead, if you're trying to rush through all of this, then what you're doing is it's the equivalent to trying to put that TV set together in 20 or 30 minutes, not really looking at the instruction manual. You're just kind of looking at it like, okay, yeah, these screws, okay, cool, I'm just going to get started. And then you go and hurriedly try to put all the things together, try to screw it in and all this other stuff. And maybe some screws are not fastened tightly enough. Maybe you have the wrong screws on the wrong thing, and so on and so forth. And you put the TV set thing together, you put it together, it looks okay. But then when you go to put the TV on there, and you set it on there, and then you walk away to go to the kitchen to get something to drink, all of a sudden you hear a crash because your TV set that you put together in such a rush that wasn't properly put together, and it had a lot of things like loose with it and so on, all of a sudden like collapsed. It fell, the TV fell down and it broke, all because you were in a rush. And so that's the image that I got while I was channeling this, is it's really about slow and steady. It's really about taking one step at a time so that you can create that solid foundation that you need for the remainder of the year. I know plenty of times for me in the last month and a half or so, especially since, the first few days of this year, like I have been feeling pulled, like I want to do things, I want to shift things in my group. I want to shift things in my business. I want to do all of these things. And I've been feeling like I need to do it. But then at the same time, I've been feeling like something inside of me is like pulling me back. Like, Stephanie, don't get ahead of yourself. Stephanie, slow your roll. Like, you do not need to rush. Allow it to work itself out. Do one thing at a time. You will get there eventually. Just slow down. And that's what I've been feeling a lot, is like really wanting to get up and going, but at the same time feeling like, oh, but it's not the right time. I don't need to be rushing this, right? So it's perfectly normal if you've been feeling that kind of sensation. But if you've been feeling like something inside of you has been pulling you back a little bit, that's your soul really telling you, like, slow down, get your things together. You will be able to move forward, but there's no need to rush the process right now, okay? Do one thing at a time so that you can really allow yourself to truly, truly succeed in 2020. Because it's really easy to put together all of these different things, like to start moving forward with these ideas and to start taking action and all these different things. Like, you can start doing those things. But if you're not really, if you haven't really like receive the clarity that you needed, if you haven't really understood like what's truly important to be worked on at this time, if you haven't really truly connected with yourself on a deeper level to see what's in alignment, what isn't, then you're going to just end up scattering your energy everywhere. You're going to be spreading yourself thin, doing a bajillion things, and not really maybe even being focused on the things that are actually going to help you to create that massive success that you want in 2020, because you're focusing on things that you're not supposed to have been doing, but you decided to do it because it's just like a bright idea that came to you. It's things that you were able to start taking action on right away to keep you busy. And keeping busy doesn't necessarily translate into success. It doesn't necessarily translate into what you want, right? And that's what we're trying to avoid here, is like busy work. We're trying to really, slowly and steadily get clear on what it is that we need to do, what actually needs to be worked on or whatever it is, in order to then be so super focused, so super aligned, so super clear on what it is that we need to do moving forward, and then work towards that diligently throughout the year, instead of being scattered in all these different directions, doing a million things here and there and just being a little bit of everywhere, and then moving forward in this way for a few months, and then getting to the point where we're frustrated. We haven't really made the progress that we wanted. We're not really seeing the results that we wanted. And then, really needing to then slow down, get realigned, see where we're going, and then moving forward again from that space. It's like you're going to delay things by a few months or so if you don't do it now. So, if you take the time to do things in this way now, then in 4 months' time, you could be, reaching some of those amazing yearly goals that you wanted. You could be making some amazing progress forward and feeling like you're exactly where you need to be and you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. But if not, you're still going to get that success that you're intended or destined for. But if you decide to not make this time to slow down and get clear and set yourself up, then, like I said, you're more than likely going to be everywhere, scattered everywhere, go through this process of not really getting much done that you're meant to be getting done. And then, a few months down the road, finally being on the path that you need to be on, and then having the things that you were intended to reach or receive earlier in the year actually arrive at your hands much later in the year, because you went through this process instead. So when would you rather have the things that you want? Do you want it to reach you earlier in the year or in the later half of the year? And if you wanted to show up sooner rather than later, then it's really important that you take this time to slow down, to take one step at a time, to set yourself up for success, and so on, right? A couple of things that they really wanted me to mention for the energy of this month is that trust is going to be super important this month as you take the time to set the stage for the months to come, or the year to come, okay? Or the years to come. And I also mentioned this in my last Friday teaching. I forgot what the teaching was about. It was something about how, like, the importance of standing in your power in 2020, I think. And I talked about, how we're stepping into a new decade, and it's really important that we step into our power in order to really do amazing things in the next decade and beyond. So I would definitely recommend that you check out that video here on my channel. Go check out, the videos here somewhere on my channel. Find that one and watch it, because, this is part of the process of you trusting yourself and slowing down and really understanding, like, I don't have to rush through things and get things done and start working on all these projects and making all these things happen to get the success that I want. Like, I trust that because I'm making the time to slow down, because I'm making the time to get clear, because I'm making the time to really connect with myself and really connect to my inner guidance and do things from that place of alignment, this is going to set me up for success. It's all going to work out. And taking this time to heal or to get into alignment or whatever is exactly what I need to be doing, and is leading me forward to the level of success that I desire, to the shifts that I want to create in my life in 2020 and beyond, right? So it's really about trusting, where you're at right now in your journey, what's going on, what you're going through, what you're needing to do one step at a time, and knowing that each and every single one of those steps is important and that it's part of the process. I know for me, like I mentioned earlier, I've been wanting to do a lot of things and feeling like I need to get these things done, and at the same time, I've had to really reel that in, slow down, and be like, okay, what do I need to do right now? And communicate to my guides and ask them to lead me forward, so that I wasn't trying to rush the process because I wasn't trusting, the journey that they were taking me down and the things that they were having me to do. So that's why trust is super important. You need to trust that whatever you're needing to do at this time is exactly what you need to be doing to create the most success, okay? Because so often, as humans, we want the end product. We want to see the magical manifestation right away, the money, the relationship, whatever it is, we want to see that right away. And we don't understand that every small step that we take is critical to getting to that big thing that we want. And so taking all these tiny steps to come into alignment with what it is you need to come into alignment with is absolutely essential to your success in 2020. And that's why trust is so super important, okay, in this month, because if you decide to take the guidance that I'm giving you, it's your choice, and you decide to move through these things at a slow and steady pace, you have to trust that that's all setting you up for your success, okay? And that you don't need to rush things. The other thing that they wanted me to mention is that patience is going to be required in January, okay? So when you feel impatient, when you feel like things are moving fast enough, when you feel anxiety that you should be moving faster, like slow down, breathe, connect with your heart space, okay? And get centered again, and really ask yourself, as you feel this maybe anxiety or this push to move forward with things already and to do things already, is this your ego trying to move you forward, or is this your soul? Okay, is this really something that your soul is truly excited about you doing and needing to be done, or is it your ego? Is it your ego trying to say, yeah, you need to go ahead and do this thing so that you can do this thing, and so on and so forth, right? Or is it your soul? And so really being able to discern from that space by slowing down and being patient and not rushing through things, and recognizing whether things are coming from ego versus soul, right? So I know for me, as I mentioned, I've been wanting to do lots of different things. And one of those things was, over the last month or so, maybe a couple of months, I've been feeling like my title was out of alignment with me. I've been calling myself a psychic business empowerment coach for a couple of years now. And I just felt like with all of this deep inner healing I've been doing, all of this self-evaluation and stuff I've been doing, I just felt like that was no longer in alignment with me. And I knew I needed to change my title, but I didn't know what. And like over a month ago or so, like I just knew like I need to have a new title. I just don't know what to call myself yet. I don't know what the aligned thing is. And I left it alone because I wasn't going to rush the process. I wasn't going to try to force the new title to come up out of nowhere when it wasn't the time. I understood, like I have to go through my journey. I have to keep doing things, healing and all this other stuff in order for that to become clearer, right? Because every little tiny step leads up to the bigger thing and the next thing, and so on and so forth. If you try to jump ahead, it's not going to work. And so I took myself through this process, and I allowed it to be okay to not know exactly what I wanted to call myself, and so on and so forth. And this week, I've been feeling called to really get clear on what I want to do, like again, in terms of the impact I want to make, and all these different things now with the new level of like awareness that I have, and so on, because of the healing I've done, right? And I did this kind of stuff like even a month ago, but I had to do it again because I'm a different person now from who I was a month ago. And so I was doing all of this other stuff. I've gotten clear. Recently, I've been connecting with new people online on Facebook, letting them know what I do. And I noticed that as I explained what I do, my purpose, my focus had shifted a bit. I still do the same things, but it's just different right now in this moment, what I'm focusing on and what I'm doing and what I'm passionate about. And so as I walked last night, communicating with my guides, my spirit guides, I told them like, hey guides, I'm just letting you know, once again, reminding you that I need a new title, by the way, and I've been waiting patiently, and I'll wait for you to let me know what my new title is. But I kind of need it because I'm telling people like, what I do, and it's different. It's different from what I was doing. So I kind of need that new name soon. Okay. Thank you. And then like almost right away, I heard, in my mind, like psychic soul alignment coach. And as soon as I heard it, I was like, that feels so much better to me. That feels so much more in alignment. That feels, good. And, this is what I decided to go with. And I'm still like trying it out. I'm still sitting with it. I got a confirmation from the universe yesterday that this was my title, but I'm still going to double check with my guides. But, this is the thing, is that I didn't rush the process. I allowed it to be okay. If I had tried to force them to tell me a month ago, like, what is my new title? You got to tell me my new title. Like, what am I going to call myself in 2020? Like 2020 is right around the corner. You need to let me know now before I step into the year, and if I had rushed it, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. I wouldn't have received what they wanted me to know. And, it's just so many things needed to be done before I could then have the clarity to receive that information, right? So this is why it's really important to be patient and to allow things to show up when they're intended to show up, and to do the things that you need to do at this time, one step at a time, so that it all comes together beautifully for the most amazing 2020 that you could ever have and beyond. Okay, so this is the energy reading for January. I really hope that it serves you for the remaining 21 days of this month. I send you all so much love. Be patient, trust in the process, trust that you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Slow and steady wins the race. It's so true in this case of January 2020. And if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know in the comments below what you got out of it, how it helped you, whether it made sense to you, it resonated. I always love hearing from you guys here on YouTube. It really also helps me a lot when you guys connect with me here on YouTube by either giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, a comment, sharing your insights, your questions, comments, anything you want to share with me. And definitely make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet already. If you know someone who could benefit from watching this video, please be sure to share this video with them because my intention is to help people with the readings that I do and to support them. And if you enjoyed this reading, I do these readings on my Facebook business page. So you can find me on Facebook as Stef Ventura Coaching. The links to my social media are in the description of this video. I hadn't been doing the readings for the last couple of weeks because, again, like I said, I've been feeling called to do a lot of things and I want to do them. But at the same time, I needed to pull back and slow down and not do things just for the sake of doing them, right? So moving forward, I'm going to be showing up every Monday on the business page. So that's where you can check me out for weekly energy readings. And I give you a heads up of what to expect from the energy of the week on my Facebook business page. Here on YouTube, I just do the monthly energy readings and whatever other types of readings that my guides ask me to do. And the Friday teachings that I do every Friday, which I just finished speaking on the importance of healing to create a successful business. So you can check that out in my videos. Whew, that's a lot. So thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you. If you want to stay connected with me, like I said, check out the description below for my social media links. I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I also have a free Facebook community that you can join if you feel inclined to do so. I would love to have you there. And I wish you all an amazing weekend. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for your time. It really means a lot to me. I send you all lots of love, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.